not busy being the Super Bowl MVP, I like to focus on my other passion, Super Bowl party planning. I like to bring creativity to the party. How about a nice turf? We're going to have to tear out that wall. Get our tunnel guy on the phone. I like to bring a lot of tools, Pepsi and Tostitos. You strike me as a scoops girl.
Totally a scoops girl.
Welcome.
It's beautiful when Super Bowl parties come together. Look at us.
Happy 2017. Bitch, you look taller than me. Where you are. You are taller. That's fine. Happy 2017, everybody. Happy New Year. If you're watching this video, you made it to 2017. This is our first video of the year. I texted Mikhail earlier. I texted him first of all. I texted him 1:30 this morning. Like, bitch, did you see that Mariah video?
I was still up.
Yeah, he talking about what video? No, bitch, you got to watch this. And I know you already seen the Kim Burrell stuff because he was on it yesterday. He was on it yesterday morning, just throwing shade left and right to Miss Kim Burrell. So I was like, look, we got to do a video today. So he came over, and we are here to do this video. If you're a first time watching the Scorpion Show, I hope that you click that subscribe button. I want you to click that subscribe button. And to everyone, please like this video, share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or wherever you choose to share our videos. So let's get into it. Who you want to start with, Mariah or Kim?
Let's start with Mariah. Because Kim, yeah, that's going to be, we're going to start with
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey
with an S. And I'm going to add an E for embarrassment. Because she tried it. Now, Mariah Carey was on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve. You know, that's the long-standing thing that's been coming on for a long time. Now hosted by Ryan Seacrest. Now, I did not watch the performance live because I was watching Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin. And they are a hot-ass mess, especially Kathy. And then Don Lemon was drunk, so that's just a plus. So I didn't get a chance to see it. But I heard that everybody was upset with Mariah. Everybody was like, oh my God, Kevin, did you watch it? It is so embarrassing. And I did not see it.
That piece of that candy cake.
Yeah. So I was trying to figure out, what was going on. So someone tweeted me the 2-minute and 28-second walk around of this video because it wasn't a performance.
No, it wasn't.
She was supposed to perform Sweet Fantasy.
And even earlier that day posted pictures of her at rehearsal, sound check.
Oh, so she was at sound check.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand. Or maybe it wasn't called sound check, but she was there because, I follow her dance captain, Anthony. I'm about to go to his page. And
he tweeted that.
He posted pictures from when they were there, and then he posted this from earlier that day.
Oh, so she did have a sound check. Mariah, you trying to end your life. Already. For 2000, that's 2016. You want to get a clean slate in 2017, but this cannot go by without being discussed. No. Now, Mariah Carey, you are a respected legend in this industry, an icon, and all of that good stuff, but that does not mean that you could come out there and do a half-ass, shitty-ass performance like that. Whether you can hear yourself or not, you are a trained singer. So you should be able to sing loud and clear when it's required for you to perform. Now, nowadays, Mariah, you have been using backtracks, you've been lip syncing, and all of that stuff. People try to defend you. There's no way that you could defend this at all. Because it started out, you could tell she was ready to lip sync, but it didn't start off right. And then she thought she was going to go into it again, and you can hear her halfway singing, and she sounded a fucking mess. Now, Mariah, I don't know what you're doing in your private life, but you need to get that shit together. Because I don't like this Mariah that I'm seeing. I don't know her. This new Mariah, I don't. It's like every time you perform, it's like we got to guess, are you lip syncing or not? And that's just not cool because I've never known you to be a lip syncer. You always had a microphone in your hand and you stood there or you halfway danced or perform. Don't nobody care if you halfway dance.
But dancing, we know that.
Yeah. But when people standing out in the cold since 1 o'clock in the morning and they out there want to see you sing, they want to see you sing.
Right.
And you took that microphone Once your lip syncing thing wasn't working, and you walked around that stage and they carried you around and picked, like, I don't know if they carried her, but they were just walking around with her and she was just talking nonsense.
When she first came with the feathers, they were supposed to carry her down the steps, but then you remember she said, "No, I'm going to walk."
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at the video again, you can see Anthony and Tanaka, who was the other dancer, looking like. But Tanaka, I think he caught it quicker than Anthony did, because when I think Tanaka, I paid close attention, and you can see that Tanaka or Tanaka. When she said it, he kind of like just went, just kept going with the flow. But you can tell Anthony kind of was like, wait, we're supposed to pick you up and carry this back. And she was so then Anthony just went with it. But you could see the confusion right there. And then when I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought I heard her saying, "Oh, I didn't have a sound check for this song." Which confused, if she did say that, which confused me, because it's like, wait a minute, like you said, you're Mariah Carey. Why do you need a sound check for any of your songs? Because you know your songs, you know how you're supposed to sing them, you know how they're supposed to sound being sung. Now, granted, when you are out in an open space like Times Square and you are performing, yes, there's going to be a lot of different noises, and yes, you're going to want to be able to hear yourself so that you're on key with the music, you're on key with whatever else is playing. I get it. But at the same time, when you are Mariah Carey, a legend, not a newbie, but a legend. You're Mariah Carey, a legend. I'm sure you got paid to do that, because I doubt if you, Mariah Carey, the legend, would do anything like that for free, okay? So I'm sure you were written a nice check. For you to just come on and be like, well, no, you guys just sing it, yeah, I didn't get the sound check. Whatever, hey, that's not cool. And you can't be defended. Like, I cannot defend you. And I like you, Mariah, but I cannot defend you on that.
You can't say shit happens. No, Mariah. That was fucking horrible. I don't know how you're going to make a comeback from that. How are you going to sell tickets from that?
She easily. You know how she's going to sell them? Because she's Mariah Carey. I saw people tweeting today. I saw on Twitter today, and a lot of people were saying, it's crazy because a lot of people were saying on Twitter today what I was kind of thinking when I saw the video. It's effed up that Mariah Carey did it. We're going to drag her for a few days, maybe even a few hours. Our world is coming to an end.
No survivors!
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna kill every last one of them.
We played a long game, now it's over.
Everything has led to this. This is the end. My story.
Rated R.
Carey did it. We're going to drag her for a few days, maybe even a few hours, but by next week, ain't nobody going to give a damn about it. Why? Because she's Mariah Carey. And it's like, if she was someone else, like a up-and-coming singer, or a singer not at the level that Mariah is, then I would be able to say, I don't know how you can come back from that. But when you're Mariah Carey, it's kind of like, yeah, this happened, but within a week or two, we ain't going to remember this.
I want to remember those vocals that I used to remember.
I do too, but like
she tried to hit a high note and a high note backing track went up.
I know, it's different. And I was like, and when I heard that, I was like, wait, so she's not doing those high notes? No, it's a high note backing track.
Let me tell you something, Mariah. There are some things you need to do before you get back on stage.
Yeah.
Number one, you need to be prepared.
Yeah.
And make sure that even backtrack or not, you know what the fuck is going on. If you notice that there's a problem during the performance, you need to stop that music and do something else. Like, you could have stopped, like, I don't know what's going on, there's a problem going on, but you could at least say All I Want for Christmas or something.
No, she
All I Want for Christmas.
Well, that's a few high notes. Yeah, right. That's a few high notes.
I don't know, but that was just disastrous. And she'll never be invited back to fix that one. No, Dick Clark, no. Now his shit, no. And it's just like, I love Mariah Carey, but really, you can't be doing this. If you're not ready for the stage, then you should not be performing. And you have been in this game a long time to know that when shit happens, you gotta keep rolling with the punches and not getting up there walking around and talking bullshit about the performance, about how you wasn't ready. You could at least be like, wait, let's stop this and let's start over or something. This is live. This is live television. One of my followers on Instagram wrote, they need to start, this is pertaining to this Mariah Carey debacle. They wrote, they need to start putting clauses in the entertainers' contracts, getting refunds or poor effort and not even trying.
Yeah, she didn't try at all.
Not at all. Like, in the beginning, she was like, oh, the fantasy is something. Yeah, it just stopped. And I'm just like, no. And then if you notice, she was standing, then she was fixing her neck, then she was right up. And she was just like, yeah, you guys go ahead and sing it. And I'm like, is she for real? That is the worst performance ever. You even beat Ashley Simpson. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, you beat Britney Spears. Now, that's the bitch that always lip sync. I mean, sometimes not always on point, but damn, at least she giving y'all something. Mariah, no. I'm serious. You just can't go by and just say shit happens. Shit happens would be like how Ronda Rousey got knocked out on Friday night. Yeah, she did all of that training. She took a whole year off just to be in there for 48 seconds. Let me tell you something. I love Ronda Rousey, and what I can't accept is people trashing her like that. Ronda Rousey put women's MMA on the mat because she's a badass bitch and she didn't play no games when it comes to mixed martial arts. Now, these Brazilian bitches, they are tough, okay? I guess they train them since birth. They are muscular. They come ready to fight. Betch Correia, Amanda Nunes, and this other one. I can't remember her name, but she just got suspended for they said she got suspended for illegal drug use. She's been chasing Ronda Rousey for a long time. Something I know for sure about those Brazilians, they are strikers. They will come swinging, and they be ready. All of that shit, Ronda Rousey, that she is a wrestler. Now, is she Brazilian, Ronda? She's American. She's American. Okay. She's a judo fighter. You know, they do that wrestling and tumbling and arm gripping and all of that stuff. So that's her realm. So when you got a striker versus a wrestler, it's not going to work. Or a boxer versus a wrestler, you can't keep ducking all of that stuff. Whoever her coach is, if she decides to come back, she needs to get rid of them. She needs a striking coach to teach her how to defend and duck those punches. Because you got hit 27 times in 48 seconds. It was so bad that Herb Dean had to stop the fight before you even hit the mat. Because she was fucking you up. Now that is shit happens. She came out, she was ready. She had a mean face on. She didn't tap hands. She was trying to get in there focused. But that bitch kept swinging those punches. Okay? Punch at the punch at the punch. Ain't no many. You can't take no more. Now that shit happens. But I do want to say that I just don't want people to be like trying to trash her. Because she put it on the mat. Now you got other people that's getting in the game that's better. It happens all the time. You can't be the greatest singer in the world forever because there will always be somebody better. So, you know, I expect the fighters to be like, forget Ronda Rousey, it's all about me now. That's what you're supposed to do. That's where the coins come in. But let's not act like what she has done for mixed martial arts. She got $3 million for that fight. For 48 seconds, $62,000 per second. Just to be in there. Normally, Ronda Rousey is beating people in a minute or less. $62,000 a second. Picture that. And the girl that beat her only got $500,000. But if she keeps knocking bitches out in the first round, she's gonna get more money. Like that put her out there because nobody really never heard of her because the belt has kept changing hands. Holly Holm beat Ronda Rousey. Then she lost to Miesha Tate, and now Amanda Nunes beat Miesha Tate for the belt. So she's like the first person to defend the belt since Ronda Rousey. But if that other girl comes back, I cannot remember her nickname. If she comes back and it's those two, now you're really going to get your money's worth. Oh, like it's really a big thing. Like this thing is serious, but no matter how focused you are, it only takes 1 second to fuck up and you're done. I watch a man get winning for a kick, bam, right on the ground. But Mariah Carey, baby, don't come back until you're ready. Right. Stop lip syncing. I just can't do it. It's just bad for me to see her lip syncing. I just can't. Even Whitney was singing when she couldn't barely sing. Barely sing. There you go. And she still sang. She said, "I'll never lip sync. I'm always going to sing." And she let it be known. So Mariah Carey, you don't get no pass for me. You got to come back harder than that. And I just feel bad for the fans, her fans, because they trying everything they can to defend her. But no.
So moving on to not to Kimberly, but so yesterday I just was like, listen, I want to catch up on some documentaries because my spirit was like, okay, you need to watch some more documentaries because y'all know I've said this before. I just love a good documentary. So, a few of you had requested some documentaries for me to watch that I hadn't seen yet. For those of you that did not see our past video where we talked about it, yes, I've already seen 13. Ava DuVernay's 13. So you guys can stop suggesting that one because I've already seen it. Okay. But thank you for suggesting it, but I've already seen it. But I was able to watch. I finally got to see the Black Panther. Wasn't the Vanguard? The one that came on PBS, the Vanguard.
It's like 2 parts. No, it's one where he's talking about life after Martin Luther King or something like that. I seen 2 parts.
Okay, the one that I saw was the Black Panthers Vanguard of the Revolution full film. And this is the one that I think that they aired on PBS last year, which was getting ready to.
With Angela Davis and them.
No, Angela Davis was not featured in this one. Was she featured in the one on PBS?
The one I watched, she was in it, and she was talking about how.
Okay, because maybe this one that I watched, maybe I thought that this was the one from PBS, but when I asked about the Black Panther, this was the one that everybody kept saying. This one, so I looked it up and I watched it. So maybe this isn't the same.
No, because they were showing how the government was trying to take Angela Davis down, and
no, she wasn't featured in this one at all. But if you haven't seen this particular one, it's called The Black Panthers Vanguard of the Revolution, and it's on YouTube. I found it on YouTube, and it was really good. It was really good. I got to learn a little bit more about the Black Panthers that I did not know. Like they first started out as being this group that was basically like Black Lives Matter. They were there to witness, if you say, whenever a police officer would stop someone of color, they would be there to make sure, basically to police the police, to make sure that the police didn't do anything out of line, that they didn't get rough or violent with the person that they were stopping. So the Black Panthers were there to do that. But then they went on to other things that they started tackling, and it was a really good documentary. I really enjoyed it, and I learned a lot about Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, Eldridge Cleaver. Well, the first member of the Black Panthers that was killed was a 17-year-old by the name of, I think his name was Bobby Hutton, and he was killed during the shootout, and then Fred Hampton was killed in the late 60s. I think it was 1969. He was killed in his apartment.
Yeah, that's the one they shot.
It was just a really good documentary. I really enjoyed it. And then I got to watch this documentary that Kevin told me about a month or 2 ago, and then a few of my followers on Instagram had brought it up again, and it was the Doris Payne documentary on Netflix. And it was really good. Now, when I first started watching it, like I told Kevin, I was like, I didn't think that I was going to watch this whole documentary. Because like the first few minutes I'm watching, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to watch this. Like, I don't know. But then as it went on, I was like, oh, this is good. And then when she started to explain, like, how she was robbing jewelry stores, I was like, and then how she was getting the money and then taking the money that she was getting and, buying her nice stuff and then flying to different exotic and beautiful countries, and I mean, it was just crazy. And then how she was, and she made it very clear. Out of the 40 years that I've been doing this, I've never been arrested for stealing anything. Meaning, I never was caught in the act. Mm-hmm. She's always gotten away. She said, I never, ever, ever went to go rob a jewelry store and got arrested at the jewelry store. She was always arrested, like, later.
Because, like, there's something this and that.
It was labeled. And I mean, and the way she explained how she would go in there and play mind games with the salesperson who was showing her the jewelry. I mean, it was just like, it seems so easy, but I'm sure it's a very complicated, and you have to be
Good with your hands.
good with your hands. You have to have a clear mind because you can't go in there nervous wreck because then you're going to get caught. But I mean, she was just so clever with it. And for her to be 80-something years old and still getting put in jail for this. Because at the end of the documentary, it shows how she was trying to fight this one case of her not being guilty, and then I'm not going to tell the story, but like, this woman is crazy. She's crazy. And she belongs where she's at.
Yeah, technology caught up to her.
That's what it was. Technology is what caught up to her. And I kept trying to figure out while I was watching this documentary, something went wrong. Because even today, she's still using the same techniques that she did when she first started out stealing. And it worked for her for all those years, but something went wrong. And then when you said it, technology is what caught up to her. The cameras, because back then they didn't have security cameras in these jewelry stores in the 60s and 70s and all that. They didn't have that. So it was like, you go in there, rob them, and then leave. Nobody knew who the hell you was. But that's exactly what caught up to her, technology. And now, 80-something years old, she's still thinking she's outsmarting people, but now she's finding herself in jail.
But I liked her girlfriend Jean that was there right through the story. Yeah.
Jean is a friend that everybody needs. And it broke my heart when the lawyer came out and told Jean that she had been convicted, and she was so, yeah. It's a very good documentary.
Yeah, that's an old kind of friend I like, and they're the kind of old people I like to be around because you know they got stories.
Yes,
they got stories.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen that Doris Payne documentary, I can't think of the full name of it.
It's called the Life and Crimes of Doris Payne.
Doris Payne. I'm sure that. And I'm about to watch this new documentary, Oliver Stone's Untold History of the United States. This was also recommended to me, and I started going down the whole.
It's a whole documentary,
well, it's like a documentary / series, and it has different seasons, and it has like with the different. And as I was going through it, I was like, oh wow, this is the type of stuff I'm interested in. So I will watch this, and I will let you guys know how I liked it. But maybe if you want, you can watch it too with me. And it's called The Untold History of the United States, and it's by Oliver Stone, and it is on Netflix. If y'all know any other good documentaries, hit me up and let me know, and I will watch them, because these documentaries are the ones that were suggested to you. Yeah.
It's a documentary that I was watching last night before I fell asleep. It's a 9-part documentary with Leah Remini on the Church of Scientology. The shit is good. Okay?
What is it?
A&E. Yeah. All you gotta do is go to A&E and just hit the Leah Remini, and all the episodes come in, and it's commercial free.
And Kevin is right, because I started watching it a few weeks ago when it first aired, and it really is good. To me, it was getting me upset, because I stopped watching because I was just like, I just can't imagine these people being that damn brainwashed. You know what I mean? Like, that damn brainwash that you allow these people in this. Our world is coming to an end.
No survivors.
We're gonna kill every last one of them.
We played a long game, now it's over.
Everything has led to this. This is the end. Next start.
Rated R.
You know what I mean? Like, that damn brainwash that you allow these people in this.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. And I keep calling Jim Jones, hello. But it's like, when you are a strong-minded person, it's hard for you to believe that there are actually weak-minded people like that in the world. That you will allow these people in this religion, or whatever you want to call it, to dictate your life and to tell you who you can be friends with and who you can't be friends with, and how you need to go about doing this.
I signed a billion-year contract.
Yeah, like, they tried it. And whoever doesn't like this religion, they're the enemy, and we got to do whatever it is that we.
Yeah, and they'll take the stop and call you a liar and all kinds of things just because you.
Did you see when they had that guy, his whole family turned against him? You smell that?
They cooking something wrong.
Nina was taking
Pause for a call. Oh, they got it. Well, at least y'all know the smoke detector's working. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember? I think it was like it was very towards the very beginning.
I only seen the first episode. So
when the guy was saying how they used him to be like the one to stop
the main people that were supposed to send out letters about other people and things.
I can't remember if he was supposed to do that, but then his wife and his mom and all of them turned on him, and he didn't find out that his mom had died.
I
and the family told them. It was really sad. Like he had remarried, and his wife his ex-wife came up somewhere and basically verbally attacked him and his new wife, and it was all recorded. It was like really sad. Like once he left the church, like everybody stopped talking to him because the rest of his family, they were still involved. And he became involved because his parents were involved in it. So that's how him and his siblings became involved. It was just a very, very sad story.
But then there's one where they got the Navy school or the Sea school where they take you out they take you, like you can be like in your teenage years, and they send you to this place and you do all the Scientology stuff, and your parents no longer have any parental rights over you. Like, that shit is crazy.
Yeah,
y'all got to watch that. Leah Remini got out of it, but they still chasing her and following her and saying bad things.
Well, yeah, because now she's exposing them, and she was a part of the Scientology for a long time.
Ever since she was a kid, because her parents.
Yeah, a long time. The first time I had heard about it was when Tom Cruise was on Oprah a few years ago. Some years ago, when her show was still on TV, and he was excited, and he was getting married to Katie Holmes. That was like around the first time I had ever heard about it. But then you have other celebrities like John Travolta, who's a part of it as well. It's like, I would love to find out how, I would love to find out what it is about Scientology that keeps them involved. But then those type of people, like John Travolta and Tom Cruise, they're not going to really talk to you about it because of the stigma and the way the Church of Scientology is becoming and how it's not being looked at as a good thing.
Right.
They're not. I don't think they're going to want to talk about it publicly anyway. But it's a really good documentary series.
Yeah, it's a series. It's an A&E series. So make sure that y'all check that out. Again, A&E, you can watch it on demand. They got 5 or 6 episodes up in there, commercial free.
I need to get some fresh air in there. That felt good. That fresh air coming out.
It's probably coming off that vent because the kitchen right there. So let's get into Miss Kimberell.
Yes.
Now I've heard of her because a couple of gospel singers say like she's their favorite gospel singer, but I had never heard of her before until I seen her sing for Whitney Houston, and Whitney Houston went off. Like, she was really surprised, and the lady sang. She sang and everything. Like, you see Kimberell every now and then. Then you seen her again when Whitney passed away. She sung at Whitney's funeral. That was about 4 years ago, and then she went away. And then we seen her on Sunday's Best.
Her and Whitney were really good friends. Very good friends. There's this performance of Whitney and Kimberell. It was basically somewhat of a surprise performance to the audience that they did on BET a few years ago before Whitney died, maybe about a year before she died. And they did Whitney's song, I Didn't Know My Own Strength. I think it was I Didn't Know My Own Strength. What's the song? Wait.
They did a song.
Yeah, they did a song. Anyway, but Kimberell did it. She started off, and then Whitney Houston came out, and the audience stood up, and they went crazy. And Whitney Houston, by this time, her voice was gone. But because of the song and the spirit, how the Holy Spirit had took over them both.
It was just amazing.
It was amazing. And every time I watched the performance, I always cried because towards the end of the performance and you just hear Whitney just shouting, hallelujah, and she's just genuinely praising God at that moment. It's just like, oh my God. Honey, anyway, keep talking because I'm about to tell y'all just so y'all can see it. Y'all ain't seen it.
So she's been on Sunday's Best, and she was a judge, I believe, for 2 or 3 seasons. And Kimberell kind of went away from me again. Like, I don't check for her.
I know that lady sings and everything, but
I Look to You.
oh, I look to you. I know that song.
Yes. Whitney Houston and Kim Burrell perform I Look to You, and it is one of the first videos that pops up on YouTube when you type it in. Whitney has on a gray dress and Kim Burrell has on a black one, so you get confused. But it's the two of them singing I Look to You.
Don't watch it because I don't want to see you cry.
Baby. Baby. No, but it'll be tears of joy, not tears of sadness.
I haven't heard about Kim Burrell all year. Well, it's just, I guess that one just blown.
Bitch, that bag set up, open, and then closed.
I ain't got time. Please leave me alone, spirits.
Whitney moved that bag out the way so she can sit down and listen to me about to say about her girlfriend. Well, guess what, Miss Houston?
Yeah,
Your girlfriend's about
got
to
a
get
problem.
Okay? Houston, we got a problem.
So on Friday night, somebody tweeted me a video like, did you hear about what Kim Burrell said? Of course, I ain't hear what Kim Burrell said. No. So I googled Kim Burrell, still nothing came up. So I went on Twitter, and then I seen the video, Kim Burrell's homosexual rant. And I watched the video, and she was talking about having a homosexual spirit, and it's perverted, and we're so she didn't say fascinating. I'm paraphrasing, but she's like, you're walking around with that perverted spirit with a penis in your face, and women want to put their face in other women's breasts, and then she was talking about the guy, Mr. Deliver Andrew Caldwell, I believe that's his name. She was talking about him, and I guess she was like making a mockery of church or whatever. You could be delivered and all of this stuff. And then she went on to Bishop Eddie Long and was saying that now, people talking about him having HIV or AIDS because he slept with a gay man. And then she said, and he still hasn't denied it. And the video cut off. So what I seen was a 2-minute and 20-second rant. And for me, that was all that I needed to see. And this is Kim Burrell, and this is Kim Burrell's feelings on homosexuals, period. It's not, don't tell me that this is you preaching the word. No, this is you speaking as Kim Burrell, and you speaking to your church, and speaking to whoever you're speaking to. From what I know, and from what I've learned, Jesus is love. God is all about love. He loves all of his children, not just some, no matter what they do, all of their children, all of his children. And I'm just thinking like, there's no way she could come back from this, because this is how she really feels about the gays. Even though then she got on her Facebook Live, and it was kind of like she was backtracking from what she was saying, talking about, oh no, the devil was out there trying to say that I was talking about the LGBT community. If you're talking about homosexuals, you're talking about lesbian, gays, bisexual, transgenders, and those who even question the sexuality. I wouldn't even add the Q part because they questioned it. I don't know if they acted on it. And you're backtracking, and you're trying to say that that's not what you meant, and the devil is out there trying to twist your words. No, Kim Burrell, this was Kim Burrell live, speaking to her church and saying everything that she feels and how she feels about homosexuals. The homosexuals, you're around them all the time. They're in your church, they're in your choir, they're everywhere. And you would just say like, oh no, that homosexual spirit is perverted. It can't be in this church and everywhere. You're talking about gay people, period. You're saying that they are perverts. And for you to be a woman at, damn, both of our phones went off. Oh, that was your phone. And for you to
Discover card? I'm not a customer, but I'm calling about that credit scorecard. Is it? Sure, it's free for everyone. Oh, well, that's nice. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you.
Get your free credit scorecard at discover.com, even if you're not a customer.
Yeah, both of our phones went off. Oh, that was your phone. And for you to be a woman that you are, I would expect for you to say how you really feel. You said how you really felt on that from the stage. You said how you really felt, and then you got on Facebook Live and you backtracked, and then you got back on there, and then you were complaining. You still kept saying, no, this is not who I am. God knows who I am. No. But I know the word, and I don't. She was saying like I know what I'm preaching and stuff like that. It's kind of like I'm sorry, but bitch, I'm not sorry because I'm speaking the word of God. That's what I got from it. And then she went on to say, "Oh, don't even tell me that you support me because if you support me, why haven't I sold 1 million records? If you support me, why haven't I won a Grammy? So don't come at me like that. Nothing. God knows my heart. God knows who I am. You know, that's just how dare you come from me?
If God knows your heart and He knows who you are, then why did you feel the need to get on camera to explain yourself? Because God already knows who you are and He knows your heart. Look, this is the problem that I have with Miss Kim Burrell's was this. Kim decided to get on stage at a church or her church, wherever she was, and to condemn a group of people with no authority at all to do so. You have no authority to get up there and to condemn people to hell. Who the hell do you think you are, Kim Burrell, to even do something like that? And you said everything that you felt. You said it. You were in front of an audience that was receiving it, and they were throwing amens at you, and they were cheering, and so you were getting the response that you were looking for.
And so yes too. You about to say it?
I was getting ready to say, and I said it the other day, the person who was recording it sounded like he was gay, or he may have been standing around somebody who was gay. But I've been to a service like that, and I came here in
I remember, yeah.
when I went to my aunt's church, and there was a preacher who came, and when he came, his whole entourage was gay. Okay? And then he got up there and started preaching, and I mean, he was getting into it. It was really good. And then he took a left with his sermon and started talking about gay folks, and I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I know he's gay. He's definitely gay. He's not gay. He looks gay. And I'm like, and I mean, his whole entourage is cheering him on, and honey, I was sitting here, my aunt was sitting here. I said, oh, I gotta go, excuse me. And I got right up and I started, and people who were sitting around us, they could see the anger in my face. So I went out and I sat in the vestibule because I had brought somebody there. And so I sat out there until the service was over, and then when it was over, people were coming out, and a few people who were sitting next to me was like, you know, I'm so sorry, but I hope this does not stop you from coming here. And I said, no, because I know this man was just a visitor. I said, but I felt some kind of way. Everybody in there amen in that. So I let it be known that not only was I angry with him, but I was angry with the people in here who was amen in it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't do that. When someone's wrong, they're wrong. And I made sure I let it be known that I cannot listen to that, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to leave. But we're not talking about that. We're talking back to somewhere else. So I heard what she said, and I saw the video, and I said, my God, I was never a fan of Kim Burrell's. I never was a fan. I knew who she was, and I know she can sing whatever, but I'm not a fan of her technique of singing the riffs and runs and all that. But what bothered me so much is the hate that came out of her voice as she was speaking. There was so much hate. There was so much condemnation from her, and it was just like, who did it, Kim? I wanted to ask so bad, who did it to you, baby? Somebody made you so upset that you want to get up here and talk about how gays are perverts and how gays have this in their face and how I said, who did it to you? But what bothered me even more was when she got on, like you said, Facebook, and just did this whole, I never said any of that, and I never said this about the LGBT community, and they are twisting my words, and this ain't nothing but the devil. And somebody took that video, and as she was saying that, and then messed it with what she was saying. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait, you were saying that, Kevin, it's all right here. Listen. I grew up in church, okay? Anyone my family who watches, we know. My family knows, okay? Family who watches this, we grew up at 40th and Sampson, St. Joseph Baptist Church, when it's right down there in Westville behind that McDonald's. That's where we grew up at, okay? We grew up in that church. Churches over the years, because I believe that society has become more of an accepting society. churches over the years have become very much so, they've been emptying out. And not emptying out so much with the older folks, but emptying out with the younger folks. Because the younger generation, whether you're gay or straight, the younger generation has become more accepting. Like, I see so many straight people who have so many gay friends, or they have gay associates, and it does not bother them or affect them because they're like, well, this is what I work with. This is what I go to school with. Like, it's, it's all on TV. It's on the record. Like, it is what it is. This is the world. This is life. Like Whoopi Goldberg said, if you don't like gay people, if you don't like gay marriage, don't marry a gay person. If you don't like the gay lifestyle, don't participate in the gay activity. The problem is, not all churches, but many churches have a lot of people in them that say and spew the hate that Kim Burrell spewed the other day. And it has become to the point where younger people are like, I don't even want to be involved in that. I don't want to be associated with that. Because when I go there, all I hear is the pastor or the deacon or this person talking about people rather than talking about love and how Jesus loved people. And whatever happened to when you get to those pearly gates in front of God, that is between you and God. I don't have anything to do with you or your lifestyle. If you are a pedophile, or if you are a mass murderer, or if you are a Doris Payne, I am not going to condemn you to hell or judge you, because at the end of the day, that is between you and your maker. Whatever happened to that? We get so full of ourselves and we forget that we are supposed to be trying to, like I told my pastor, I have no problem with people preaching the truth and the word of God, because there are certain scriptures that will be a little hard for some people to take. But the Bible is about love. It is about love. And there's no, I have not read any scriptures as of yet where Jesus is spewing hate and telling people, you're this and you're that and you're a pervert or whatever the case may be. I just when I think about Jesus, I think about love, and I think about how he loves his children and he wants his children to love one another. And I just cannot see him having a servant like Kim Burrell get up there and talk the way she talked, and then turn around and try to, but come on, let me talk about how the goodness of Jesus. Why would I even want to know about your Jesus when you just sat there and just did all of that? Yeah. You did all of that. Like, I don't want to be a part of your Jesus, Kim Burrell. I don't want to be a part of that Jesus. So a lot of young people say, you know what? I'm going to keep my ass home. I don't even want to go to church. And then a lot of young people saw that video and said, this is why I don't go, because of people like her. And you know what's so funny? Because believe it or not, it's not even mostly gays that are saying that. It's straight, it's heterosexual women and men who are saying, this is why I don't go. Whether they're talking about gays, or they're talking about how short somebody's skirt is, or they're talking about who's sleeping with who, this is why I don't go, because I don't want to be involved in that sort of nonsense. We all got issues, and we all got problems. And let me tell you something. I don't go to a perfect church. I don't go to a church where the people in my church are perfect. We are all sinners saved by grace. And that is the beauty of my church, because nobody is acting like they're better than the other person. We all got bills. Some of us got outstanding bills. Some of us are in foreclosure. But we all know the goodness of God and what he can do and how he can bring us out. And we don't come there to, first of all, there's no way on God's green earth I'm going to ever sit under my pastor and he spew hate like that. Reverend Fleming, you can sayonara. You ain't worry about me coming back to your church. Yeah. That's just not going to ever happen. You've been to my church plenty of times and you don't even, have you ever felt that?
All I feel is faith and hope, and I feel like sometimes it's talking to me. I wouldn't be able to sit up in the church and be able to listen to all of that hatred that was being spewed from her mouth.
Right.
And, oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. But I forgot what I wanted. I just had a brain fart, and it was good with what I wanted to say. It was good with what I wanted to say, but I just had a brain fart. So excuse me. But oh my God.
Well, I will say this. Kim Burrell, the way you feel or the way you felt in that video, I would love to know how Ellen DeGeneres feels come January 5th, because you're supposed to be scheduled to perform on her show with Pharrell Williams. I would like to know how she feels. If she continues to, if your invitation is still open, I would like to know how she feels about what you said. So I would like to get an interview from you with her, if you're woman enough to do the interview. I would also like to know, you spewed all this homophobic, perverted stuff, but you didn't have a problem with cashing that Frank Ocean check that you did, or that you made with them. You spewed all this homophobic, perverted stuff, this, that, and the third, but you didn't have a problem with sitting next to your good girlfriend, Miss Donnie McClurkin, on Sunday's Best.
For 2 seasons.
For 2 seasons, not one, but 2 seasons, okay? And I mean, that was your good girl.
And I mean, they laughed at people too.
Together, to the point that one of the contestants had to call you out. And got you together real quick. You know what I mean? Like, I would like to know, Kimberell, this rant that you did. Do you express this same type of? Because this is how I feel. She said how she feels, and there's no apology that's going to change it. That is how Kimberell feels. Point blank. Period. There's nothing she can say that can change my mind about her. That's how she feels. So let her feel that way. That's her opinion. She's going to stick by her opinion, and guess what? I'm going to stick by her opinion too. Because when I see her, I'm going to see her opinion and how she feels. So therefore, she and I both are sticking with Kimberell's opinion and her feelings on how she feels about homosexuals. So she can feel it that way. But another thing, I would like to know how she feels too, or if she feels this way with the gay choir directors or the gay choir members or the gay members in the church that she goes to. Does she feel this
homosexual spirit, a demon inside, and you're perverted, and it doesn't need to be in the church? But it's kind of like you are condemning just the gays, and something that I get tired of.
Because there's a lot of demons and spirits that don't need to be in the church.
It's demons and spirits everywhere. It doesn't matter what your sexual,
the ones that fornicate, the ones that steal, the ones that
that's what I was going to
don't need to be in the church either.
That's what slipped my mind.
But I guess because those are straight people doing those acts. I mean, it's so much
in the Bible where it tells you things that you should do and you shouldn't do. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt honor thy mother and thy father. Thou shalt not judge. Thou shalt not cover the other's wife. Like, it's just so much in the Bible. But every time you hear something about the church, it's always
our world is coming to an end.
No survivors.
We're gonna kill every last one of them.
We played a long game.
Now it's over. Everything has led to this. The scam. My story.
Rated R.
every time you hear something about the church, it's always them condemning homosexuality. You see this? Like it's the worst sin ever. Yes, I've seen that video. I've seen that one like last year too. It's like they always make it seem like it is the worst sin ever, and I don't look at it as a sin. Do you think that people just want to be gay? They just come out and say, "Oh yeah, just let me be gay and let me just take all this abuse. Let me just have people attack me, call me faggots, call me all kinds of names." Do you think anybody want to live that way and want to be called those names? No. You cannot change people, and I'm tired of you. And it's not just her; it's just everybody. I'm just tired of everybody just coming for the gay community.
Well, you know. Listen.
Prayer. Let me tell you. When you go to church, you want to hear the word. You want to leave feeling uplifted. Like today,
not feeling like, oh my God, I feel so bad about myself. Yeah. I don't even want to come back to this church. You know what?
It was the end of the year. Yeah. It's the end of the year. You should be talking about whatever problems you have.
You should be talking about the clock is ticking like my dad was last night. That was good.
She's worrying about who's hurting in the church.
Last night, too. He told us the clock is ticking. Okay?
It is.
It is. And then he did his whole analogy with striking the match. He said, you know, you strike that match, and then you see that flame, that smoke coming from the flame, and then before you know it, the flame blew out. He said, well, that's just how the clock is ticking, okay? Don't think you got all day to light that damn cigarette. You better hurry up and light it, because because that is going to come out. Okay? Don't think that you got all day, every day to get closer to God or to get your life right with God, because before you know it, life can be over just like that. And this is what I've been telling you guys. Life, it goes fast, and not only that, your life can be over in 5 minutes. Anything can happen. Just like I didn't even say this, but like bullets hit my home last night. And it could have been anybody downstairs. A bullet could have hit anybody, and it could have been their time to go. You just never know. And you mind your own business, and it hits your house. But yeah, we that's what we have to do. We have to do. We have to do it now. We can't keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna do this in a couple weeks." No, start working on it now. Start working on all the things that you want to do, because it's never too late to do what the fuck you want to do. Can I just read this, because we're just talking about that? I had posted that scripture. And isn't it so weird that like it's all coming full circle? What you talking about in the area of the church? That's why my pastor's so good. He's so great. James 4, verse 13 through 15 says, "Now listen, you who say today or tomorrow we'll go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business and make money. You do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that." And that is the truth. People get so caught up in saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and I'm gonna just." And I never understood. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Somebody who grew up in church, I never understood as a young person why so many people, particularly older people, used to always say, "God willing, God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. God willing, I'll see you next week. God willing, I'll be able to do this." I never understood it. And then when I became older and I got saved and I had to get closer to God rather than trying to lean on my grandmother's closeness to God, because see, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. And I feel like that's how I feel like with my grandmother. My grandmother led me to Christ, but it was me who had to find out who he was for myself. And so I feel like I was that horse, and she was that farmer who led me to him. But now, Mikhail, it's your turn to try to figure out who he is. And once I was able to figure out who he was, and I was able to understand, that's when I started realizing, now I understand why they say, "God willing, I'll be able to do this," or "God willing." And it's like, but you won't know that if you don't. But yes, I just had to share that, because that was something that was shared with us last night during Watch Night service. And it is so true, because times are changing. We got somebody named Donald Trump in the White House now. Times are changing, and you have to cling on to something higher than man. We should have already been clinging on to something higher than man. But I saw a post during the election that said Donald Trump is in the White House, but God is still on the throne, and that is true, and it will always be true. Whoever's in the White House don't control who's still sitting on that throne. They just don't. So please, whether you believe in God or whoever you believe in, get close to them for the right reasons, for positive reasons, not for negativity, okay? Get close to them. And I would also say to you people, you guys out there who heard what Kim Burrell had to say and feel like, I don't want to be involved with the church because I feel like the church represents. Kim Burrell does not represent, first of all, that speech that she gave does not represent Christ at all. It does not represent any church that I go to, any church that I've been to. That's not what that represents. So please do not let what she said stop you from getting close to your God. Okay? Let her do her thing. Let the people who support her, let them continue to support her in their way, okay? And let God handle them in their own way. But as for the rest of us, get close to him. Find out who he is on your own, not what Kim Burrell had to say or not what she's saying, because I don't want anybody out there who's not close to God to think that that's representation of God.
Yeah,
it's not.
But you know what? It's also people that don't go to the church, or who do go to the church, they are afraid to come out because of the way she thinks.
They think that everybody
feels that way once they come out, and you know that's totally not the case.
No,
but she is a part of the problem with her revealing how she truly feels, and then she had to backtrack because she had to think about those guys inspiring her out.
Okay, because put it like this way: if you felt as though you didn't say anything wrong, that God is okay with what you said, you would have never came out and backtracked. You would have never came out and made that video saying, "Oh wait, I didn't say that. I didn't say that about the LGBT."
The devil was working.
The devil is working. No,
it's working through you.
No, you said that because you know that it was wrong, and you honestly did not think. You weren't thinking. Okay, then you came on the internet.
Then you came for Bishop Eddie Long, who
has nothing to do with you. Okay, we drug him a few years ago. That's over and done with.
What he did was wrong.
What he did was wrong.
And if he does have HIV/AIDS, what does that have to do with you? And why are you preaching about that from your state?
And why are you telling that man's business?
Yeah.
Because he ain't come out and say he had AIDS. From what I know, he got cancer. That's what they said he got. You know. So until I hear otherwise, he has cancer.
Yeah.
Why are you telling that man's business?
And he didn't deny it.
And then you.
Campbell.
Burrell's with an S. You need to,
I don't know how. I want Ellen to interview her. Don't invite her on the show. I want Ellen to say she can't sing until she have a sit down with me and talk to us. Cancel whoever else supposed to be on there and have a sit down where this is the conversation that needs to be started and had. You can have your opinion. Let's have it out. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss.
But you know what? I would definitely like for Ellen to interview her. But I would like for Kim Burrell to be interviewed by a black interviewer as well. Someone who knows about the stigmas in the black church and in the black community. And someone to talk to her about that. Because Ellen is good because she's a person of the LGBT community. But I would like somebody of the black community to interview her and ask her and say, well, you know, these are part of the problems that the black community, the black church has. They have these problems because of the things that you said, and this is why membership is so low, and this is why other religions, their membership is so high. You know what I mean? Like, hello, because of people like you and the things that you say.
Some people just interpret things from the Bible and just run with it without even like fully understanding what they're wanting to preach to their church. But we're going to let Kim Burrell go. But I think it would be good to have that conversation. Or Ellen can invite somebody from the black community on there and have it out. Instead of Ellen dancing and shit, let's talk about that.
You know, I don't want to dance. I don't want to talk and jive.
She's going to dance around.
Okay.
Everything. Ellen, I didn't come for you. Oh, yeah, but I put my face in my woman's breast every night.
Okay.
And I perverted.
And I put my face in some of these guest breasts too. And they liked it. And they got husbands that. Because they know I don't want them. And they know I'm Ellen. And they're comfortable with me and I'm comfortable with them. Just like we was comfortable watching Prince walk around the high ends for all these damn years. Do you honestly think that man didn't sleep with other men? Are you kidding me? Do you honestly think Prince didn't sleep with other men?
About Prince because that bag might really come over here.
Well, listen, okay? That's just like Luther Vandross. You don't think he...
Oh my God. Oh, poor Luther.
If Luther Vandross...
And he rumors about him dating this woman and he wasn't married.
Hey, listen. If Luther Vandross is straight, then I'm Cicely fucking Tyson, okay?
Luther was a man, though. I loved his voice, and I still love his music. Can't nobody sing better than Luther.
Listen, Luther Vandross could sing his ass off, but Luther Vandross was gay.
So you got up.
No.
All right, Kim Burrell.
I'm not condemning him. I'm saying what he was gay. You would think he wasn't gay, but Luther Vandross was gay.
Okay. Shout out to Bernadette. Happy New Year, Bernadette. We forgot all that time.
Okay.
Well, we gotta go. These lava beans. These black eyed peas is.
So it's time to go.
We gotta go. Happy New Year.
God, Jesus, you tried it.
Discover card? I'm not a customer, but I'm calling about that credit scorecard. Give it? Sure, it's free for everyone. Oh, well, that's nice. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. Oh! I'm so proud of you. Well, thank you.
Get your free credit scorecard at discover.com, even if you're not a customer.